everybody, this is Marjorie. Look at me today. I'm like Batman. 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 You know, for Batman and Robert. I mean, these sleeves, look at this. This is another one of my Shein tops. Look at how glamorous I am. I could be at the Oscars, couldn't I? Huh? Anyway, I was going to tell you the day about my neighbour, Marianne, right? She comes to me the other day and she says, Marjorie, would you be able to take me over to Livingston, you know, to the Almond Valley Centre, you know, the shopping centre? And I says, okay, that'd be lovely. I've not been over to Livingston to the Avonmorley Valley Centre for ages. So off we go to Livingston. I says, what are we going to Livingston for, Marianne? What are you looking for? She says, well, it's my grandson's birthday coming up, and I spoke to his mother, and he wants a pair of sneakers. I says, oh, so sneakers now? There are no trainers, they're sneakers. He wants a pair of sneakers for Foot Licker. And I says, Foot Licker? You can't have a shop called Foot Licker, but apparently Foot Licker, that's what they're called. I says, what a name for a shop, Foot Licker. I mean, I've heard of Windy Licker, but I've never heard of Foot Licker. Anyway, we gets to Almond Valley Centre, right? And we walks in, and she says, right, this Foot Licker's up the stair, right? So we head towards the steps, but Marianne, she's a wee bit no balanced on her feet. So I says, right, we'll get the moving stairs, Marianne, right? So we get to the bottom, and they've got a sign, right? There's a sign at the bottom of the stairs, and it says, dogs must be carried on the escalators at all times. Well, that was a waste of an hour, because we were walking around the shopping centre looking for a duck, right? So eventually I found this poodle called Moira, right? There was this wee poodle called Moira. So picks the dog up the stairs, so she's in Foot Licker, and I says, right, well, you're in Foot Licker looking for your sneakers, Marianne. I'll nip into the chocolate shop, and there was what was it called? Hotel Chocolat. There was no E, they'd misspelled the sign. I says to the lassie, somebody better, you know, put an E on the end of that, they can't spell. She says it's supposed to be spelled like that, and I says, oh, that's very good. So I'm in Hotel Chocolat, and they've got all these wee chocolates, right? They've got all these wee samples. Well, I was stuffed. I was eating them like sweeties, so I was having Then Marianne, she appears with her shopping bag, and she's got her sneakers for her grandson, like she's all happy. She says, right, can I nip into Beaverbrooks for a battery for my watch? I says, what a shopping list you've got there, Marianne. I mean, you've got what is it, finger Foot Licker, and now you're going into Beaverbrooks. So I was dreading where she was wanting to go next. So she's in there. So she was happy as a nun on a unicycle. So she got her wee battery, and then she says, "Oh look, on the subject of jewellery, can we go into the Swarovski, this Swarovski shop?" I says, "It's Swarovski, Marianne. She's a bit glacial. She can't pronounce that, you know." And she says, "Right, go in there." So we went in there for a look, but it was quite dear, isn't it? And I mean, these are difficult times, everybody, so we had a wee swatch round Swarovski, as Marianne calls it, and then we went into this Build-A-Bear. There was a shop called Build-A-Bear, and you pick your colour and your heat and your body and your wee clays and your boots and your hat. I mean, this is like building up a wee range. So the lassie comes across and she starts to tell me the history of Build-A-Bear company. I says, "Hen, we just want to buy a bear, we didn't want to give birth to it, Hen," you know. So that was that. I mean, this lassie was an absolute stoter. You ken the ones, I mean, see the ones that come up and they give you all the pattern, and you're like, give me all the pattern, Hen, if I'm going to buy the bear, but I've not decided. I don't think she was the full shilling either, anyway. So we did that, and then we went into Bon Marsh, quite dear, right? But I thought, I'll have a wee swatch and see what clays, because I mean, I've not had to buy clays for that long, because, you know, I got all my lovely clays for Shein. This is, you know, and this like this. I mean, honest to God, I mean, I could go to Morrison's, my messages in this. I mean, can you imagine the entrance she would make in Morrison's? You would walk in. As I said, I think I was Batman for Spider-Man and the three Supermen. So we did that, and then I turned round, and here's Marianne wandering into the Job Centre, and I says, "Marianne, that's not a clay shop, Hen, that's a Job Centre." She says, I know, I just saw a woman get in there, and she had a lovely top. I was going to ask her where she got it. So she follows her into the Job Centre. She comes in, she went, Primark, she got it in Primark, Marjorie. Is there a Primark here? I says, aye, there's a Primark at the end there. So I went along to Primark, waste of time, they didn't have the top anyway. Then we went into the perfume shop, I quite like the perfume shop, because you just go up to the counter and you can have a wee sniff of something you like or you don't like, and you know, Whereas places like, John Lewis or Harrods, oh, that's a dead fancy down to Harrods. Well, you walk in and they start squirting you, don't they? They start squirting you with all their perfumes. Well, I didn't like it anyway. So we had done enough shops and I says, Marianne, my feet are absolutely gowping. There's a couple of chairs there, like plunk ourselves down there, we'll have a wee rest. So we sat down and I could see Marianne looking down the side of this chair and she's like, and I was like, oh, just leave her. So I'm sitting there quite the thing. I says, this is lovely. They were like big leather recliners. I says, oh, usually you just get a wee bench and, a wee bit of marble blocking to sit on, but these were two big luxury reclining leather seats, and I thought, this is Livingston for you. It's a different league of shopping centre in the Amman Valley shopping centre. So I'm sitting away. Well, the next thing I can, Marianne, she starts going, I went, Marianne, what's happening then? Are you having a seizure? Are you having an attack? And then, well, she did this for a minute, right? And there was folk walking by and they were looking at her as if, should you not be doing something about her? And then she starts to go, and I went, Marianne, hen, you're starting to worry me now, what's happening? And she says, press that number 1 button in your seat. So I'm pressing number 1 button and I'm going, well, it ends up there were massage chairs. Well, the two of us were in hysterics. And we kept putting the button up and I said, Marianne, I think we should have seatbelts in. We're going to end up in Falkirk if we put the power up anymore. Well, there was workies. There was workies at the other end. They were painting. They put their paintbrushes down. They brought out their flasks and their piece, and they're watching Marianne and I like holding on like two wee daft pensioners going, and then I said, we better get here. We're going to get flung out, Marianne. Well, I had to find who, I still had this poodle. Under my arm, so I had to find somebody saying, does this poodle belong to anybody? I turned round, here's Marianne back in the chair. I says, oh, in the name of God, how am I going to get her out here? Here she is, lying back with her legs up in the air going,